These are the exact steps to follow to paint like a pro on your first attempt painting plein air. In this video, I'm going to follow the exact steps to help you avoid the single biggest mistake, how to tackle the hardest part of this practice, and what's the great benefit of learning to paint plein air. The first step is going to be to not, and I repeat, to not go outdoors. Think about this, you've never tried painting outside. You're not in your nice comfy chair or your usual desk. You don't have the tools that you're used to because you can't take all your studio with you. Those two reasons alone will, without a doubt, have you fail. All you really need to do is stare outside a window. When I started this project, I went out as much as I could. And I felt like I was not plein air painting when I had to stay indoors because it was too cold or it was snowing or even raining. But I didn't realize that physically being outdoors wasn't the hardest part, nor the point of painting outdoors. When I look outside my window, I see mountains, the houses, the snow, the trees, the clouds. There is so much information that it is hard to know what exactly I should paint. Today I chose to paint this bush, but even when I narrow it down to this, there's still so much to see. The leaves, the branches, the snow, etc. And not only that, but because I'm not looking at a picture, my quote-unquote frame is moving with my eyes. However, there's a simple solution for this that I am doing right now. I divide my subject into shapes of value, the shadow shape, the light shape, and a mid-value shape. However, even with this separation of shapes, I still have a problem. If I was just to paint these three shapes, my painting would almost look abstract, or probably not even that. It would just look flat. You wouldn't know that this is a bush and that this is snow and that these are branches. And I know what you're thinking, well, let's just add all the detail. But that's actually the worst thing that you can do. That's why instead of thinking about this area as detail or as leaf branches or whatever, we need to think in terms of texture. There's two ways we can imply texture. If you look closely at the edges of the bush, they look sharp and jagged, just like the few dangling leaves. The snow also has hard edges, but some of them are more soft in their form. Also, the leaves against the branches create a contrast of value, and the edges between the two also differ a bit. Therefore, the leaves are a bit softer. And when we look at the snow, has almost no value contrast, therefore the edges inside are soft or really non-existent. All these things come together to make a painting look more believable than just adding each branch you see. But making a painting more believable or realistic, nor being outdoors, is the point of painting plein air. Most people, and myself included, get this wrong. Even though the name or the word plein air comes from French meaning in plein air or outdoors, the act of being physically outside is not really the point about this practice. The real point is to understand how light moves and also how it interacts with other objects. In other words, plein air painting really teaches us how to see, which is what will elevate your painting far more than painting from a picture. The more you paint from life and the more comfortable you get, you will develop an eye for things that nobody else sees. Suddenly the world will start shimmering before your eyes and you'll actually want to step outside to paint within the elements. But there are so many more variables and problems that go with painting outdoors successfully. And if you would like to know what those variables and solutions to those problems are, then you can help by subscribing so this video can reach 100 subscribers, so I will make an in-depth video about that. Thanks for being here and I'll see you tomorrow.